This is Derek Newcomer with Integrity Fitness and Sports Development. We're going to talk about RDLs today. RDLs, Romanian deadlifts, straight leg deadlifts, whatever you want to call them. Romanian deadlifts, straight leg deadlifts, what are they targeting? They're targeting your posterior chain, your support system, probably the most important group of muscles in your body. Well, it supports you through everything that you do. Today, as a lot of our jobs now are sitting, not moving much, it's probably one of the most under-conditioned muscle groups as well, because we're not getting up, we're not moving sufficient enough. And when we do go in the gym, a lot of times we're doing the muscles that we can see, meaning the muscles from on our front side, and we're neglecting some of the most important muscles and muscle groups in our body, the ones that will help with our back issues, the ones that will prevent issues from occurring as we grow stronger. It'll enable us to perform daily activities better. So your RDLs, your straight leg deadlifts. A few keys that I'm really looking for in an RDL. Before we grab the bar, a few keys that I'm looking for in an RDL or a straight leg deadlift. Your feet width may vary a little bit. It depends on where you feel it and how you feel it in your hamstrings. Some people have to take a wider stance so they feel a tug back in their hamstrings. For me, I'm a fairly narrow stance, about shoulder width or a little inside my shoulders as I perform an RDL. Some people have to go a little bit wider. What do you want to feel in an RDL? You want to feel most of the stress in an RDL on your hamstrings. As you're bending down, you want to feel a nice tug in your hamstrings. One of the biggest mistakes people make is when they'll start these and their low back isn't strong enough to maintain the integrity of the curvature in your back. If your low back isn't strong enough to maintain the integrity of your back, and your back starts to give, you take your hamstrings out of the equation and you put all that stress on your lower back. So you have to keep that lower back strong and flat as you perform the movement. So an RDL, you're going to grab a bar, find your stance, find where you feel that tug in your hamstrings. And there's no right or wrong, meaning you don't have to touch the floor. It's all about how far you go down until you feel a nice tug in your hamstrings. All the way back up, lock your hips out. Squeeze your butt cheeks together as you get to the top, lock your hips out. Don't stop here, lock out at the top. All the way down, nice tug in your hamstrings. Back up, squeeze at the top. Back down, nice tug in your hamstrings. If your low back's getting tired and you're starting to round off, you know you're holding too much weight, or you need to regress to something that's a little bit easier, a hip extension movement that's easier to condition that lower back to take the RDL. Again, shoulders up, chest out, come down, nice tug in the hamstrings, all the way back up. Depending on your flexibility will depend on how far you can go down and feel the tug in your hamstrings versus somebody who's not as flexible isn't going to go down as far. That's fine, it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. It's about where you feel the movement tug. Again, maintain that flat, keys to remember, maintain that flat back. If you cannot maintain that flat back, you're going to have to go to a hyperextension on a bench or a hip extension on the floor to condition that lower back to take the stress of doing an RDL. You have to maintain that integrity in your back and that flat back. This is awesome to build strength in your posture, to improve your posture, improve your running form, improve your deadlift form, improve your low back strength and your core strength. The stronger your core, your lower back, your hamstrings, your glutes, the less back pain you're going to have. Maintain your flexibility. The more you lift, the more you have to stretch and recover. The more you lift, if you don't, the tighter you're going to get and cause issues. So your combination of strength and flexibility will really help back issues and maintain that back integrity and that back strength. So RDLs, awesome for hamstring, glute, low back. Make sure your low back is ready. Keep that low back integrity as you're doing your straight leg deadlift. Get a nice tug in your hamstrings. Stay on your heels, pull up through your heels, pull up through your hamstrings. One more time. For me, feet a little inside my shoulders. My chest is up. I'm coming down as far as I can until I feel a nice tug in my hamstrings. All the way back up, lock it out at the top. Chest is up. I'm standing on my heels. I'm not letting myself shift on my toes. Standing on my heels, come down as far as I can, tug into my hamstrings, all the way back out, lock it out at the top. Again, if you have to regress to a hyperextension or a hip extension on the floor to strengthen your lower back, do so. But these are an awesome movement to improve your hip strength, improve your hamstring strength, and to improve your low back strength, which are transferred into giving you the platform to improve every other lift and everything else you do. Derek Newcomer, Integrity Fitness and Sports Development.